This is my office near North Pole, Alaska. And it is negative 50 degrees out here. All right, so everyone wants to do their infamous office tour, and I want to do the same thing. So we're gonna head to the office and I'm gonna show you everything. All right, so the first thing we gotta discuss is my computers, the Mac Studio Ultra and the MacBook Pro. Now, if you're on this video, you probably have already seen a lot of tech reviews on the Ultra. So I'm not going to get into like thermal tests and all these different tests with After Effects, Premiere Pro, Final Cut. The computer works really good. I'm a full-time designer. I work with files that get up into the 500 megabytes, gigabytes. And then I'm also rendering 4K video. I'm doing animations, all these different things. I haven't even heard the fan yet. And sometimes I forget it's even on my desk. It is a very good computer, but it also gives you a barometer on what you might need it for. So that's why I gave you the specs on what I use it for on a daily basis. So mine was an M1 Ultra. It had 20 core CPU and 48 core GPU with 32 core neural engine, 128 gigabytes of unified memory, and 4 terabytes of SSD storage. That came out to $57.99. And I was comfortable spending that for my main computer because I wanted no lag when I'm trying to design and do the things I need to do. For my laptop, I got the 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I needed this for more portability, as we all do when we're trying to create on the go. This thing is also a beast. Now, the specs are a little bit lower than the Ultra, but we're also working with an M2 chip. So I really don't notice many differences. And overall, it does 90% of what the Ultra can do as well. So I saved a little bit of money there, and it's still portable, and I can use it on the go. But let's talk about the specs and the price though. So the total price for that was a little bit over $3,500. And this is a good price for something that's going to be on the go that is actually going to get everything done that I need. For some laptops and computers, I think it's important just to find something that is going to work for what you're trying to do. If you're doing photography and stuff like that, you may not need to get into, my phone's going off. You may not need to have a spec'd out Mac Ultra to get that done. But on the flip side, if you're doing video or high-end editing, it's important to have something that's going to be able to handle all that. So next is my desk from a company called QB. I'll put my order on the screen so you can see it, but this thing was only $89. And I also bought another 55-inch desk because they're that good. The only thing with these is they're not available anymore. Down below in the description, I'll put some that are similar. And matter of fact, everything in this office and everything I'm reviewing will be in the description so that you can actually check those out. These links take time, but they also are affiliate links. So if you help me out, it's appreciated. But before I change subjects, there is one thing I changed about this desk. I added standing legs to it, or standing desk legs to it. Pretty much this company, Topsky or Topsky, I'll link them as well. They are a company that just builds legs, and you can buy the desktop if you want to. I didn't want to do that. I like this desk so much that I took the legs off of it and I added in the standing desk legs. The price for this will be on the screen, but what I liked about this desk is not only is it making my whole setup a little more minimal, it's a dual motor. So it's nice and quiet and it allows a different type of weight. So my Odyssey monitor will be fine and anything else I want to put on there. Now I was going to test it with me sitting on it, but I'm about 220 pounds and I don't want to press the limits. All right, so since we're talking about the Odyssey monitor, let's talk about it. This is the 49-inch Odyssey monitor. It cost me about $2,000, but this is one of the better purchases that I bought just because it allows me enough space to actually create. Connecting it to the Mac was pretty simple. I wasn't tripping on that. There hasn't been any issues besides one. So the one thing that happens every once in a while with this monitor is that it has a delay when I'm trying to turn the monitor on. The best way to describe this is I hit spacebar or I hit a key on the keyboard, move the mouse, and nothing happens. So when that happens, I then have to unplug the back of the monitor and then replug it into the Ultra, and then it'll work. Now this has only happened about 4 or 5 times. I've had this for some years now, so 4 or 5 times out of 700 or so days, that's not a bad ratio. Next up is my chair. I really have no idea where this came from. This was a gift from my beautiful better half. So I asked her what company this is and stuff, and then I put those specs on the screen, and I'll help you out on that too. But all in all, this is a great chair. I'm rocking with it. I took the headrest off just so I can, use my hat today. But other than that, it's a great chair. Okay, that pretty much wraps up this video. This is my office so far here in Alaska. But as far as the things that I need on a daily basis to still be a successful and productive full-time graphic designer, I wanted to cover those in this video. The description will have links below to everything that I'm using. I appreciate you sticking with me. And until next time, it's Jay.